Welcome back to The Rundown. Music legend and Beatles member George Harrison was honored with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame Tuesday. Paul McCartney was among the hundreds who turned out to see the unveiling, along with Harrison's family. It was also announced Tuesday that Harrison's solo hits collection entitled Let It Roll, Songs by George Harrison, will be released June 16th. Harrison, who was inducted twice into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, died of cancer in 2001. Well, the official cast for the second movie in the Twilight series, New Moon, has been released. Actors joining the Twilight veterans for the sequel include Dakota Fanning, Michael Sheen, and Cameron Bright, among others. In New Moon, Bella Swan is devastated by the abrupt departure of her vampire love, Edward. But her spirit is rekindled by her growing friendship with the irresistible Jacob Black. Suddenly, she finds herself drawn into the world of werewolves, which are ancestral enemies of vampires, and her loyalties are tested. New Moon is currently filming in Vancouver and is set to hit theaters November 20th. Well, Pamela Anderson will be teaming up with reality star Audrina Patridge from The Hills. The two are launching a new gentlemen's club that will be opening up as part of the Prime 333 Steakhouse on New York City's Upper East Side. Sapphire New York, the name of the club, will set to open April 27th. This club intends to have only the finest females, complemented by the finest fillets and over 100 bottles of fine wines from the world's most exotic wineries. Also expected to join Pam and Audrina is no other than Samantha Ronson, who is set to DJ the event. The Florida man police say was determined to meet Sean Johnson now has a 3-year restraining order against him. Officials say 34-year-old Robert O'Ryan jumped a fence at the studios where Dancing with the Stars is shot. Johnson, an Olympic gold medalist, has been competing on the show. Court records revealed that O'Ryan had loaded guns, duct tape, and love letters on him. O'Ryan is in jail for $220,000 bail and did not appear in court. Well, that's all for your latest in celebrity news. We'll take it over to Josh with the latest in music news.
Thanks, Ryan. Coming up, what could be another creative collabo in rock and hip-hop? Plus, what live entertainment is coming to your area? That and more next on The Rundown. Welcome back to The Rundown. I'm Josh Johnson with your latest look at music. Kanye West has shown his love for cool sneakers and his web blog. He's also pretty excited about hitting the recording studio with rock band 30 Seconds to Mars. West posted a picture of himself with Killer's frontman Brandon Flowers and 30 Seconds to Mars lead man Jared Leto. The band's management confirmed the collaboration, which will appear on the band's next album, due out later this year. I'm actually pretty interested to see how this turns out. Looks like a pretty cool project. We'll see what diehard fans think about this. Well, in other news, Jamie Foxx apologizes to Miley Cyrus for making lewd comments about her on his satellite radio show on Sunday. Foxx stopped by The Tonight Show with Jay Leno to promote his new film, The Soloist, and explain his reasons for the comments. Foxx stated, "I so apologize to Cyrus, and this is sincere," referring to the comments that Cyrus should grow up, make a sex tape, and do drugs. Foxx admitted that he went a bit too far. He also has a 14-year-old daughter himself and says that he wants to call the 16-year-old star to apologize. A source told E! News that Miley's dad, Billy Ray Cyrus, wasn't too pleased about Foxx's comments. However, Daddy Cyrus hasn't made any public statements. We'll now take a look at which albums are topping the charts this week. Rascal Flatts' 7th studio album, called Unstoppable, defines the country group all too well. Their new LP tops the charts this week and pulls in some pretty big sales, over 350,000 copies exactly. Pretty insane. The soundtrack to Hannah Montana sees a huge rise in sales this week. With the weekend release of the film, the album falls in second, right after Rascal Flatts. And rounding out the top 5 are Jadakiss' The Last Kiss, Jason Aldean's Wide Open, and the compilation CD, Now That's What I Call Music, Volume 30. And if you're heading to the record store this week, you can check out these new releases. Silver Sun Pickups releases their new album, Swoon. Bad Boys Day 26 releases their sophomore album, and Metrics, Fantasies. As always, there's some great live entertainment right here in the Red Stick and surrounding areas. The Rebirth Brass Band hits the stage tonight at the Varsity Theater. Doors open at 8 p.m. Also, Streamline and the Vets perform at Chelsea's Cafe Friday, and Jake Smith and Britton Newton at Northgate Tavern Saturday. Well, that's all for your latest look at music news. Rachel's going to give us the latest in fashion and gadgets.
Thanks, Josh. Coming up after the break, see how plastic is making its way into the world of fashion, and also find out how one gadget is improving the health of elderly individuals. All that and more, stick around. You're watching The Rundown.